What's good, you guys? It's Sabelo here, and we are back with another awesome video for the upcoming week. So in this video, we are going to be breaking down the analysis of the upcoming week, and I'm going to be sharing my analysis of two pairs that I have on my watch list for the week, and why do I have these two pairs specifically for this upcoming week. Okay, before we get into our technical analysis, let's just quickly do our fundamental analysis. Let's make sure that we are also prepared fundamentally for the upcoming week so that we can maneuver accordingly across the week. Okay, so as you can see that on Monday we have CHF CPI at that specific time, and then USD at 4 p.m. and then Tuesday AUD rates at 6:30 a.m. and then moving forward we have AUD GDP at 3:30 a.m. and then that is Wednesday. And then we have CAD USD and then CAD unemployment rate. So those are the fundamentals that we have for the upcoming week. So should you be trading anything that has these currencies either as a base or a quote, you should make sure that you are aware of the exact times that these news are going to be released, and you make sure that if you have running positions, you secure your profits or you close your entire trades depending on how you're anticipating the market to react to these news release. Okay, so now let's get back to our charts and we do our technical analysis. Okay, so this is EURJPY. I'm going to be doing GJ as well, but let me start with EJ as well, as I am anticipating the very same movement that I am anticipating on GJ here as well, and that is as a result of the Confluence strategy that I use. Okay, first things first, we'll switch to a daily time frame. That's our higher time frame, and then we make sure that we are fully zoomed out to get the overall order flow or price movement of this current market that we have right here. Okay, so as we can see that we are currently in a very heavy bullish momentum. Okay, so what we want to do is we get closer to our price action so that we can try and find or identify our highest high and our lowest low currently. Okay, and as we can see, this area right here has been our recent swing high. Then this area right here is currently our recent swing low, and then we have this area right there at the bottom. Okay, and then with those highlighted, we want to switch to 4 hour and get more insight into the market. Okay, so we want to focus on the current price action. So there is the price movement in between the current two zones right here. Okay, so we have that structure as our resistance, and then this structure as our support structure. So when the market was reversing back to the structure, I was anticipating it to reach this area. That is where I was going to be looking for a short, and it didn't get to that area, and I ended up not taking that trade because the setup that I was looking for, it required the price action to reach this point, and then that's where I would have anticipated a short, so that my stop loss wouldn't be too huge, as I still need to cater for this shadow right here or for this weak movement. And then so after highlighting resistance and our support structure here, now we can see that our market recently moved away from the structure and pushed to this downside, and also when it got to this area, it ended up pushing to the upside as well. So we can have this area right here highlighted as our structure as well. As you can see, it is serving us as support. It is currently serving us as support. Okay, then once that is highlighted, we also have this area right here, okay, being an area of significance, as you can see. And then if we go back, we can even see right here that this area was also previously respected as a significant structure, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to be shifting to smaller time frame so that you can be able to get a proper insight into this area that I just highlighted there. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, so just like I explained before that I was anticipating it to get to that area. So from this current point right here, okay, so we currently have this area right here. So I anticipate that this market is going to move away from this area, and then we're going to have a push all the way to this structure right here. As this gap right here, it is not too big from where my previous anticipation of this area was. And remember that we always say that support and resistance are zones, not fixed numbers. So I would highly consider this drastic move away as part of this resistance area right here, based on this price action that I see here. That kind of looks like the favorite candlestick formation that is liked by the fake out patterns. So I would definitely consider this market to be pushing to the downside from here. But if we were to break to the upside, I'll patiently wait for this market to return back to this area, and this is where I would be anticipating my short. Okay, another confluence that I am using in order for me to anticipate a move from the structure back to the downside is my Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so this is my Fibonacci retracement. If I make use of it, I take that was the start of this current bearish movement, and then the correction towards this area right here. As you can see, the market is currently in between a 0.5 and 0.618 zone, which is a very significant retracement zone when it comes to using the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight that and then remove that structure, and then I will switch to my 2-hour time frame. And then as you can see, these structures that I was drawing previously, they now become more clear. You can now see them easily. And if you were to switch to smaller time frame again, which is 1 hour, now you can see the structure that the market is creating. This push to the upside, respected the structure, and then push back to the downside, and then push again, and then just slightly rejected, and then we got a break, and then a respect, and then that push all the way to the up, and then a break of the structure. Now this is potentially a retest that has been in confluence with our Fibonacci retracement as well. Okay, so here I would definitely be anticipating a short. I'm looking to be selling EURJPY. Here I'm looking to be taking a short around this area. Okay, so you can see this is where this structure was respected. Okay, another confluence that you can use to look into the setup, you can see this head and shoulder patterns that we currently have right here. Okay, push, then this will be our left shoulder, and then a push to the neckline, and then this forming our head, and then to our neckline, and this right here is going to be a formation of our right shoulder. So confluence number 1, we have head and shoulder pattern. Number 2, we have a reaction to the 0.618 and 0.5 range in terms of our feet, and then this will be my anticipated movement from this analysis of GJ. Okay, and then I would switch to a smaller time frame, which is 15 minutes or 30-minute time frame. Okay, let's see what the market is currently doing here. Okay, we want to find the trend that is currently supporting this market, and remember, the steeper the trend is, the more it is going to allow you to find those proper and early entries within the market. So I'm definitely going to be looking for very specific price action around this area, and then I will take my short right there, and then this neckline right here will be my first take profit. Okay, right above this range. Okay, right above this range. Yeah, that's a proper stop loss. And as you can see, this is, and that was an easy 1:3 risk reward to trade, and then that is my first take profit, and then my long swing trade would have my take profit around this region here, and that is a 300 pip movement when it comes to EJ. Okay, so that concludes our analysis for EJ. We are just waiting for a proper price action around this region right here, or a break of this trend line, and we'll take our short, and then we'll be riding this market all the way to the downside. And that concludes our analysis on EJ. Okay, now we are going to be looking at GJ, which has been an anticipated trade for the longest time. If you go back on my previous videos, you can see that I have been looking into taking the short for a while now, but this market has been just extending to the upside and not giving us proper price action that will confirm our entry point. Okay, so let's highlight this area right here. That is our current resistance for our swing high, and then we want to find our support structure or our swing low, our recent swing low, and then this area right here would be our recent swing low. Okay, and as you can see that this market has been on a very extended bullish movement to the upside, and now it just has been stuck here for a couple of days. In fact, for the entire past week, it has been stuck in this region. So okay, now let's see what else we can find here. Okay, we have this trend line here. As you can see, it was previously respected here, respected it, pushed the market down, and then once again respected, pushed the market down, and then once again, and then now we currently have this market tapping into this area. And you can also see on my previous video that I have been anticipating that GJ to enter this zone where I am anticipating my short, and as you can see, we have successfully entered, and we have a beautiful pin bar, as you can see here, that is rejecting this area. Okay, before we get into price action, let's see what are other structures that the market currently has for us. Okay, we can just highlight this trend line right here. Okay, highlight this trend line, and then this area would be one of our take profit zones. Okay, now we focus here. We have a proper or a proper sense of direction as to where this market is anticipating to push to. Okay, as you can see here, we have been losing quite a lot of momentum, and there has been a lot of rejecting candlestick right here, and then we recently have this beautiful pin bar that we have right here that is showing us a bulls that are losing momentum, as you can see. And then now we will switch to our 2-hour time frame to get more insight into our price action. And even in the smaller time frames, you can see right here that indeed the market is highly rejecting this area, and there is a presence of bears around this area. Bears are starting to enter the market. Okay, let's switch to smaller time frames in order for us to find a proper or a solid entry. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, so what can we see here on 30 minutes? We can see this 30-minute trend line. Okay, that has been holding our market. As you can see, it was respected and that time, and then the market is currently around that area right there where we anticipate a break of the structure and then a push to the downside. If we switch to 15 minutes, we can see this pattern right here. You can see this continuation pattern that is forming right here. As you can see, this was an impulse and then correction, so I would highly anticipate an impulse here, and then when that impulse comes, it is going to be breaking our first trend line right here. So we're going to be breaking our mini uptrend that has been supporting this current market to the upside. As you can see, for the entire week it has been supported by this trend line. For the entire previous week, this market has been supported by this trend line. So once we break that structure, we are definitely going to push all the way to this area, which is about 90%. So I'll definitely be looking for the market to break the structure right here, and once we have a proper price action confirmation, I'll be taking a short here, and I will have my stop loss above this range, and then my first take profit would be around this 90% of the first immediate trend line. Okay, and then my second take profit. Okay, let's just pick up with the time frames. Okay, and then my second would be this area right here. And mind you, once the market gets to this area, you can easily see that it would have also broken this higher time frame trend line. Let's just switch to 2 hours so that I can make sure that this point is properly understood. Okay, you can see that it would have also crossed this trend line of ours, so telling us that this market is no longer in an uptrend. Okay, so once this trend line is also broken, long term wise, we'll be highly anticipating that this market is going to push from this point all the way to this zone, as we know that the market is simply moving in between two significant structures up until one of those structures is broken. Okay, so that is my analysis on GJ and why I am shorting GJ this week. Okay, if you have been watching up until now, please leave a comment in the section of your anticipated overview or how you're finding the video, so that I can be aware that you are tapped in and you find values in this type of videos, so that I can make sure that I provide them for you each and every single week. Okay, now I'm going to be giving you one additional Confluence that I am using to build up this case of GJ being very bearish for the upcoming week. Okay, let's look at other GBP pairs. And why do I do this? This is why Confluence is very, very important. Okay, just to give you an idea of this entire Confluence, look at your kids and your neighbor's kids. Okay, let's just say people from your surname, they have distinct qualities that makes them easy to identify as your surname, as people of your surname. Let's say you are Nyatigaze like me. Back home, we have very specific types of head that makes us easy to spot as individuals that belongs towards that family. And then the same thing applies here on the market. As you can see, all these pairs with GBP as a base, they tend to move in a similar fashion, even if it is not instantly, but the qualities are there. The qualities are there. The qualities are of GBP, so they tend to have a similar movement. As you can see, this is GBP USD. Okay, it has been selling the previous week. Okay, and then this right here, this is another one. This is GBP CAD. You can see it has been selling for the past week as well. Okay, then this is GBPJPY. Also, even if the move is not that drastic, but you can see the bearish presence in the price action right here. We have been selling for the previous week, but then if we look at GJ, it hasn't even made a slightest move towards the downside, while it belongs to the GBP pairs. And that is another Confluence that I am using in order to solidify my shorts on GJ this coming week. Hope you enjoyed the video. With that being said, that brings us to the end of our video for this coming week. I will be pulling up on Friday again with a follow-up video on this setup and whatever trades that I'm going to be taking this coming week. Cheers.